Welcome to LarryLewis.com. This short video we're going to explain whether life coaching can really help you.
So Larry, just explain, how can life coaching actually help somebody?
Okay.
And as well, let's cover who is life coaching for as well.
Yeah, great question. In reality, life coaching is for anybody that is searching for answers, whether they are searching to completely revitalize their life or just to make improvements. Life coaching has that ability to get you to go inside of your own mind and find your own answers. Life coaching doesn't give you the answers, it's merely there helping you analyze things in the right way. To me, the question of whether life coaching can help somebody is probably best demonstrated by me giving a very brief overview of where life coaching came into my life. There was a time back in 2007 where everything went completely wrong for me. I'd established a really successful life. Much of the details can be found in various blogs, as you know. But I lived in that big house with the big indoor swimming pool. I had the luxury cars parked outside on my driveway. I just had a great lifestyle. And everything went wrong. I literally lost everything. And I call that my darkest period. And my darkest period went on for about a year where I was just completely lost. Didn't know what to do. I just threw myself into trying to save a dying business and literally just try and keep a roof over my children's head and feed them. And then I had this major problem with my eye. And I remember as though it was only yesterday that I woke up in a hospital bed, surgeon by my side, saying, "Larry, we've saved your eye, we've saved about 20% of your vision, but unfortunately you're not going to be able to exercise or train anybody in your gym for at least 18 months. And that was like, to me, a hammer blow, built on top of everything else. So it took about 5 days for me to really start making sense of where life had brought me. And I actually started analysing the things I had done and the things I hadn't done. And it brought back the memories that something that had always been important to me was personal development. So to cut a long story short, I thought, okay, if I can't do that, which is working in a gym, what can I do? And I remember going home and looking on the internet and thinking to myself, what can I do with this love of personal development? And I kept finding these sites talking about life coaching.
And this is where, because you do go on to this in some of the training about working to your passion.
Correct.
This was kind of your moment of finding your passion, but you accidentally did it, really.
It was, I knew that I had to find something to do with my time for the next 18 months where I was literally unable to do anything physical. And someone had mentioned to me already about this word blogging. And they said, "Larry, you love writing, you love talking, you've got a passion for personal development. Why don't you start to blog?" And I thought, that's a great idea, but there's got to be something more. So I then suddenly found that local to me in Newcastle, the university were offering this thing called life coaching. And it was broken up into 2 parts. The first was literally, I describe it as learn to coach yourself. And the second, if you qualified in that, you could then take another course, which was learn to coach other people. And they really sold it as being, if you want to set up a life coaching practice, you can take this course. So I did the first one, and the beauty about it was that you had to learn literally to coach yourself. And it was completely transformational for me. It enabled me to look at everything I'd been doing It made me look at my goals. What do I really want to do with my life? And it was the proof to me that I could have what I call now a second life. I could completely reform everything I'd ever done. And you know, I call it the reinvention period.
Yeah.
I went on, I learned to become my own life coach, and what it created within me was this completely different person, where I now had the knowledge as well as the tools and the techniques to coach myself.
Because it is interesting, isn't it? Because life coaching actually helps you not just in personal life, but in business as well. And this can be the same for anybody else.
Correct. Look, once you realise that you can take yourself from this point of being on your knees and completely shift your mindset to being one where you now believe in yourself again, where you believe that you have a future. And then because of that, I did start coaching other people. And I was able to give them this same power that it had given me. It changed lives. And once you start doing that and you know that you can really make the difference, it takes over your life. That's why I've been blogging about it ever since. That's why I created my life coaching practice. And now I'm creating these courses to share this passion of mine for life coaching. But it's not just this word life coaching, it's what it does.
Well, again, I agree, because I think we've kind of come up with a trick question anyway at the beginning of this video, because I've seen everything. I've seen you coach others. I've seen what it does for people. And I honestly think that life coaching is for anybody. I mean, everybody could do with the tools that you actually provide to people, utilising them on a daily basis, and anybody that actually takes up the course itself, that'll help them immensely, no matter who you are, no matter what position you're in.
You know, one of my big issues always about my life coaching practice was, don't get me wrong, I loved every minute of the time that I spend with people and seeing the changes in them. But in a majority of cases, I was working with people that were business people, and their issues were, they were just stuck. They wanted to better go up the next rung of the ladder. They wanted to bring about some increase in income. And they were in a position where the changes, although were life-changing, they were not dramatic. And then I look back and think, at that time, could I have afforded £1,000? Could I have, even if I could find that money, would I have risked spending my last £1,000 when I was absolutely on my knees? And the answer is no. Yet it is people whose life just doesn't seem to be working out, where there are major problems happening, that genuinely need life coaching. They need that support. They need that person that can not only be by their side, helping them, but they need to be given the tools and the techniques and the knowledge to help them change lives. And that is why I so believe in what we are now doing, that not only are we making it incredibly affordable for someone to learn to coach themselves, we're then going to take it to the next degree. We're going to say, if you now have found that passion and you realize how transforming this thing can be, then let us then take you on board and teach you to better coach others. Now, whether you are working in a company with a team around you, once you can coach, the ability to make that team perform far better,
Exactly, yeah.
helping those people in their own lives, not just work. When you're a parent, you know, how many times as a parent do we come across situations with our kids and we think, why? What can I do to change that? Life coaching gives you an ability to be able to change things, change people in the most wonderful way. Because life coaching, as I say, is all about asking the right questions. So to me, the answer to can life coaching really help? I don't believe that there is anything better. You can read lots of personal development books, you can read blogs like mine, but coaching is not just giving you information, it's teaching you how to use it for the betterment of yourself.